What is fiqh?
To understand
To understand. Understand what?
the rulings and the Sharia.
Good. So a deep understanding of the rulings. Good. To be able to rationalize and justify and to understand the reason why. Good. How many madhabs are there? And what is the madhab? Shafi'i. Good. So there's 4 madhabs today. Those are the 4. What is common in these madhabs?
Sacred fast and practicality.
And practicality. Good. And on what level do the madhabs operate?
On an individual and societal level.
Good. But mostly on a societal level. That's the reason, that's the purpose of the madhab. The madhab is meant to make things predictable. Right? And you only need predictability when it comes to society. If you, for example, one day decide to use a compass to determine which way to pray, and the next day you use the sun to determine which way to pray, it's fine. Right? You can use whatever way you want to, as long as you're determining which way to pray. It doesn't have to be predictable.
I have
Yeah.
the same question. Is it okay to follow all the madhabs?
At the same time,
Like, if someone asks you which madhab you're following.
it's okay to follow any of the madhabs. And next class, we'll talk about differences of opinion and how the very nature of fiqh is that because it's based on understanding, each individual there's bound to be differences of opinion because different people understand things differently. And so the Prophet ﷺ tells us that differences in this ummah are a mercy. And so it's not that one is wrong and one is right, but rather all of them are right for our purposes, and that it gives us a lot of leniency and flexibility. Because imagine now that there was only one ruling per issue. And not only that there was only one ruling per issue, but we know that all the issues pertain to how you dress, how you pray, how you marry, how you divorce, how you cheat, and so on and so forth, right? It pertains to how you don't cheat, rather. There's all these things that exist. If there's only one ruling, life will be hard. Life will be really hard, especially if you're here in America and you have to follow the same ruling that somebody in New Zealand has to follow, maybe not New Zealand, but like Indonesia, that somebody in Timbuktu has to follow, and so on and so forth. Like, there's like no leniency. And so the difference of opinion gives you leniency, and it allows the fiqh to be flexible for all times and places. Yeah.
How do you choose which madhab to follow?
So you don't.
In the forest?
Yeah. So you don't. Actually, what you do is you find a teacher, like Imam Farhan, for example, and you just study with them whatever they want you, whatever they're teaching, right? Again, what matters at the end of the day is not that you're choosing to follow one of these madhabs, or that you're following. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know which madhab does the average Muslim in America follow?
America is very diverse.
But the average.
So like right now in this room, I can tell you, I'm Hanafi. Sister Abrar is Maliki. Mahad is... Mahad doesn't follow a madhab. Shafi'i. And so like literally there's just such a diversity.
But one of them has to be the highest one.
I mean, I don't know if anybody has done that poll, but yeah, maybe. Sure. But the point is that it's not significant, right?
No, because yesterday the point was brought up that it's better to follow the madhab that you're surrounded by.
Sure.
So based on that, maybe we should know which one is predominant.
Predominant? No, but I think in America, that's why, for me, you go to the teacher and you study with that teacher. What's more important is that you find teachers who can teach you. It's not important that you choose a madhab and you stick to it, right? You just find teachers and you learn from them. If, however, you're in India and you do find teachers, almost all the teachers are going to be Hanafi anyways. So that's what de facto you're going to be learning Hanafi. And if you're in North Africa, almost all the teachers are going to be Maliki, right? But what's more important is you find teachers that you trust and that the scholarly community has vetted, right? So the scholarly community knows that Imam Farhan is a true scholar, and you also trust Imam Farhan, and you trust the way that he is going to guide you, then you say, okay, let me sit down and learn from this person. Because I trust.
And which ones are
What's that?